Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So far, we have discussed the line of faith, different line of faith, and some of them, the line of faiths are also called the success lines. Success lines are actually, fate is actually a bottom line that you already have written in your hand that actually shows, if you will, how successful you will be in your life. And the line of success actually adds to line of fate that what kind of success you will have. So line of fate itself tells you a lot of about the fate itself. For example, here, if we start off with the line of fate that actually starts and goes into the life, Saturn ends up there and it's flawless. There's no cut and bruises or islands or anything like that. It shows that you will be a very successful person. But then there are different kind of mounts. We have Mercury, we have Sun, we have Saturn itself, Jupiter and Venus, and then we have Moon. Moon actually goes a little bit longer here, and then you have over here you have a positive Mars and negative Mars, and this is the plane of Mars. The whole thing is actually plane of Mars. So there are different areas of the palm that show what kind of success, what kind of fate you are going to have. So this is very important that when you look at a line that starts from the bottom, goes upward, vertical, it has to be vertical. It can slightly go in a curve and then go up and becomes vertical. It is always a line of fate, or it's a line of success. So always remember, coming from cutting lifeline or any other line, or any other line cuts them, it has a message. It's like a crossroads. So when you come to a crossroad, you have to understand which way you're going. It's your turning point. Maybe it's a learning your lesson, reevaluating yourself. Some event is happening there, maybe such as getting a success or a new job, or a beginning, starting a new career, or maybe getting married. Those kind of things. So every time you have an approach by some kind of maybe cut and bruise, maybe it's a cut and bruises will tell you if you're having a bad time, where the cut and bruises are, or maybe islands and all that. So this basically, so we are going to discuss different kind of success line. So far we have been talking about sun line, all those success lines that end up at the success sun line. The sun line is more creativity, arts, and craft, and personal, how people come out with others. People see them actually as an artist or a successful person who is associated with some kind of a skill, or maybe as a poet, for example, or as a painter, something like that, or maybe a researcher. It depends, what line you're looking at and where it's starting and where it ends. So that will actually, make it more prescient. It will bring more prescient into your study, into your knowledge, that if you have fate or you have success, why and where the success is coming from. So yesterday we discussed the lines that are starting from the Mars area of Mars, and this is Mars. Okay, so basically what happens is, here is a line of brain, and here's a line of life, and then you have a heart line going this way. So this area, so the two lines, let me make it more clear. So there are two lines. One is heart going this way, and then you have a brain line coming this way. So generally speaking, again, it depends on the shape of the hand and the width of the palm and all that. This area is the plane of Mars. And it extends us slightly downwards here, just a little bit. And this is all plane of Mars. Okay, so this is because it's an hand has a positive and a negative side of it. So this half of the hand is negative, and then this half is positive. Male female concept, whatever you go, the whole universe is based upon male female, negative positive, and it's a polarity. So night and day, whatever. So hand has the same thing. So the one which is on the right side, I think yesterday I was like looking at video and I ended up putting it here, but it's actually this one. I'm sorry. So please correct that one. So this is your negative side, and this is your positive side. So so now uh, the difference between the two is that both though both of them gives you energy, power, enthusiasm, will, ego, and literally it's an ego. I want to do it, I must do it. It's like going crazy. It's like putting up a task that is like an event. It's like a project. You want to do it and you want to finish it. So that's what is happening. So the negative side, when you go onto the negative side, it's like more emotionality. You want to be more loud. You want to be more seen. Whereas the positive side is more, it's the same power, but it's like more focused. So some of the lines, they start up from different areas. Some of the lines could be starting here and going upward. It could be all up, and it could be then maybe just halfway up. It could be just a little tiny above the heart line. Sometimes it starts from heart and then go. A lot of people have this kind of small line just above the heart line that goes up. It's attached to the heart, and then and this line actually shows that a person at his later age. So maybe a person is struggling all his life or her life, and they're too busy. They just make their life, and they struggle a lot, and they never see a prosperity in a sense. They may be living these days. Even there are thousands of items to enjoy. People do have their homes are full with gadgets and things, but it's like sometimes people think that it should be more, and their satisfaction level and what they have. So they keep struggling. It's not enough. It's whatever comes in. You have 4 children, or maybe 6 children. Their schools and their uniforms and their books and their, they want to have some kind of a fun. They want to go to a park or something. You have to have a car or something. Having a car and all those things is not a poverty thing, but it's like your you're extended beyond your needs. So your income is always on the borderline, or it's always less, no matter how much you have. So you're never seeing a really a good day where you can relax and you can say, you know what, I have, I can be, content, what I have. Some people do. They are happy with the less. But this line actually shows that starts from a heart line and goes, it's thick, straight, nice, clean. So one more time, and and then you can, yeah. So okay, so all right, so nice, strong. It doesn't have to be like shaky or brush, like hairy or bruising. It's a nice line that starts and ends there. It actually shows that finally this person is going to see the prosperity. Because it's on sun line, so it will be recognizable something that you've always done. Poets, for example, they all their life they do a lot of good work, but they're never famous. Nobody knows them. They hardly publish their book. They are hand to mouth. They just live enough, but they're not there. So what happens is when they get old, suddenly their luck opens up, and their book starts to hit. Their poetry is famous. Everybody starts to talk about them. They become famous. So that's sunline. The sun. So some kind of a prosperity. Because it's a success line. So some success comes to them, and depending upon the rest of the hand, again, you have to look at the Mercury, Mars, I'm sorry, Moon, the amount of Moon, Mercury, and rest of the hand to see where this success is coming from. Early age, lifeline will tell you where the event is happening, in the timeline. So the lifeline actually is very, very indicative of, it points to where something is happening. So you can actually accurately determine the time of the event. So are other major lines like heart and brain. So it will show on each one of them. So naturally, if a great success is coming to you, that great success will make you happy. So it should show on your heart line, and it makes and great success come into your mind. So your mind is more at rest. It's more calm. It's more productive. So it will show on your mind and the life itself. Now naturally, if success has come to you, so life seems to be going smoother, better. And less inflictions and all that. So, the whole hand will, sometimes people have like a small Mercury finger, or, a thumb that is, or maybe closed fingers or something. You have to actually observe the whole hand to make the final decision. But just this alone, this small line alone will say, okay, at the age of like maybe 50s and 60s, 55, 60s, you have to determine the age from the rest of the home. But it's the late age that this person will start to enjoy a success through some kind of a ability, some kind of a skill set. Maybe it could be painting, arts and crafts, some kind of a skill, maybe engineering, and depending upon the line of Mercury, amount of Mercury, something. So this success is definitely promised at the late age. So that's today's success line that starts from heart and ends at the amount of sun. It also look at the line of sun as well. Sometimes the line of sun is pretty long. That shows the prominence, the person's more towards being open in the public area, in some kind of a public, people who are not only like, a lot of people are like, they are very, very famous, they are rich and all that, but they are at the same, some people don't even know. I mean, somebody may be very, very rich and nobody knows them. They're just to themselves. For some people are like creative, they are in the public arena. Sun actually shows how much you're known in the public, how famous you are. Okay, so this is today's lesson. We'll get back to the rest of the lines together in the next lecture. Thank you very much.